months ago, wherever industry rolled out the materials of war, a plea for help went up. Above the clamor of heavy cranes, the call came clear. Along 1,000 docks where idle ships awaited cargoes held up by labor shortage, call persisted. And Willow Run, the world's largest plant producing a single item, the B-24, had a goal of 1 bomber an hour, a goal impossible to reach with manpower alone. Today, with that elusive goal achieved, Ford pays tribute to the women whose help made it possible, to American women everywhere, whose valor on the industrial front has sped the day of victory. Staunch were our modern women as they answered their country's call, and in the uniform of the WWII and other services, released thousands of men for duty at the front. Other uniforms awaited other women, and from the deep blue of the Navy's waves to the pale blue of gas station attendants, they were worn proudly in the service of their country. That was the call for help, which was still echoing in the Detroit area when women began to respond, convinced they could do factory work or anything within their strength that men could do for Uncle Sam. They wore a new badge, a badge not only of courage, but of achievement. These women who had never worked outside their own homes before. As the demand for men was as limitless as global boundaries, this punch press stalwart was but one of thousands needed at the front. And that's where he is right now, released with others by American women workers. It happened that a woman's delicate touch enabled her even to excel men in certain precision operations. Not peeping toms, but riveters, learning how and where to put the 700,000 rivets that go into a single Liberator bomber. Some were done by hand, as with a conductor's punch. Others were fastened by a bucker, as she is called. They were as fast as men, if not faster, for rivets are but the buttons of a bomber to hold it together against a speed of nearly 300 miles an hour.
Home-Front, World War II, 1941, 1945. There is one front and one battle where everyone in the United States, every man, woman, and child, is in action and will be privileged to remain in action throughout this war. That front is right here at home, in our daily lives and in our daily tasks. President Franklin D. Roosevelt, April 28, 1942. Modern industrial war required the mobilization of entire populations. Here in the United States, every patriotic citizen from the youngest child to the oldest senior pulled together to achieve victory. Entering the workforce in unprecedented numbers, for the first time, large numbers of women filled positions in munitions plants, heavy industry, and government. In every factory and shipyard, real-life Rosie the Riveters perched precariously on scaffolding, wielding rivet guns with the self-assurance and ferocious determination of the front-line combat soldier. Children organized recycling drives, gathering essential materials, steel, aluminum, rubber, and more for the war effort. Seniors joined civil defense groups and spent their evenings scanning the skies for Axis bombers. Even Hollywood joined in as actors left their studios in droves to enlist. The entertainment industry mobilized, churning out thousands of informational movie shorts and feature films, encouraging the continuing struggle for victory. In America, World War II was the People's War. When victory came, every citizen had earned a place in history.
Here they are, ready for the tests and direct delivery to the Army. Straight from the liberty-loving hands of American men and women, these ships carry a nation's hopes and an enemy's fears. made in a free nation. They fly in free skies, while from endless assembly lines, ever more and more liberating eagles take to the air, till the global skies are darkened by their mighty wings. Your sisters, Miss and Mrs. America, helped fashion these falcons of freedom. Brother, husband, sweetheart, son may march up hostile shores under a canopy of liberators. Listen, the wings overhead. Hark, your sisters are singing. It is the song of women, American women on the warpath.